Video editing in Adobe Premiere is awesome. The question is, are you using all important features in Adobe? Are you using shortcuts? Because with shortcuts, you can save a lot of time. I'm in Adobe Premiere and I have here two clips. One here on the left where I speak something in the camera, and here a video of a sailboat traveling the sea. In general, if you want to change your keyboard layout, your shortcuts, you can go to Edit, Keyboard Shortcuts, and here you get really a visualization of your keyboard. If you click here on a key, you directly see what shortcuts, what commands are linked to which key. For example, I press the M key, no modifier, add chapter marker. If I hold Control, Media, Alt, nothing, Shift, Control, Alt, you know what I mean. If you want to set something new, you could really say, for example, let's take here the selection tool. I remove the V, I click one time, and I click V again, then it's selected again. When I show you now the shortcuts, first I will show you what they do, how they work, and then how to set them in the keyboard shortcuts menu. The most important thing was that I don't want to move my hand, the mouse all the time. To save really movement time, you don't need to concentrate where you want to click. For example, as I showed beginning, want to click on the razor tool, make a cut here, make a cut here, a little bit more to the left. It costs time. So what I'm using is on my left hand, I just assigned the keys J, K, and L. And there I really put the playback on. So I don't say here I click on play and stop. More like with L I play right, K I stop, and with J I play backwards. The awesome thing is, if you want to initially check your footage, you look what was recorded, how is everything. You can even increase the playback speed with pressing several times L or J. Let me show you how to speed it up 2 times.
Somehow, when I jump to the smartphone clip to a specific time, it loads forever. It takes forever to play it. It's just then I also
You see, it even works backwards, even if it's not understandable really. But the speeding up, like double speed, it's still understandable to have a first glimpse about what is coming, what is the content of the video. For this, I go to Edit, Keyboard Shortcuts, and here I have J, K, and L. Where on K, I have the shuttle stop, on J, shuttle left, and on L, shuttle right. If you search here on the left for shuttle, you have it like J, L, and K, right, which I assigned. The next thing is about cutting. For example, if I want to say, okay, I'm here, and everything on the right I want to remove. I can make the manual way, going with the mouse here, and here with delete, and then right-click, ripple delete, I remove it. Instead, what I'm doing is, I added a ripple delete function for me, and then for left and right. So here I can say, for example, at my current playhead position, I just remove everything to the right. Or I could say, remove everything to the left. Or, let's jump here back, just make a cut. What I'm doing here is, on Edit, Keyboard Shortcuts, I use again the J, K, and L keys, because there, as I said in the beginning, my fingers are already placed. So with L, so I hold Control, I ripple trim next edit to playhead. So I remove everything to the right and close the gap. With J, ripple trim everything to the left and close the gap. And with K, add edit. So I make a cut at the current position. So that means I can leave my fingers on JKL and just add the modifier Control to make this edit, which makes it really fast. The next thing, and there I shortly stay on the keyboard shortcuts, is here I make a ripple delete. That means with Shift and Delete, I make this ripple delete. Meaning here I have this selected, and then with Shift and Delete, I remove it and automatically close the gap. So it's also so there is no direction. If I have it here, it's not that a cut is made. So instead, the whole selected clip is removed and the gap is filled. Speaking about movement in the clip, by default, else you can also change it. With the cursor keys left and right, you can really move 1 frame each through the project. Like holding it left, it plays there. This you can set on step back 1 frame or step forward 1 frame. What I added in addition is that with shift and left or right, I have step forward many frames or step back many frame units. Meaning I'm here with left or right, I jump 1 frame. If I hold shift, I jump 10 frames all the time. If I go to edit, preferences, playback, you can change here the value. For example, saying 50 frames. You click OK, and now with shift, you jump this big gap. But from my experience, 50 is way too big. I like it to have it 10 frames, and then I just know if I want to have 30, I just jump 3 times. If I would now want to say, here I have my boat clip, I want to move it on top of this, but just a few frames to the left, but not so much as it's automatically jumping. What you can do is you select the clip and holding the Alt key with up and down, you can move it to a different track. You can also say, here I want to have this, I move it to a different track. What I could do now in addition is with holding the Alt key left and right, you can move the clip by 1 frame. Or holding Alt and Shift, you have again this jump 10 frames. And now I can easily say, okay, I want to just have it ending 1 or 2 frames earlier before the whole clip ends. One important thing, if you move now this clip downwards with Alt down and upwards, this part is now overwritten. So be careful, you just override it. Meaning also you move it down and then left, you really remove parts of it. So here you need to be really careful. And looking here at keyboard shortcuts, you have here with Alt, nudge clip selection up, nudge clip selection down, and with left, nudge clip selection left 1 frame, or with Alt Shift, nudge clip selection left 5 frames. So here you have these controls for these areas. And that are already my 7 keyboard shortcuts I use the most. My question to you, do you use other shortcuts to help you? For me, these are the main ones. When I start editing a new video, it's really fast to go through it without so much movement of my hand, so many keys. I save a lot of time. If I would need to guess, I would say with this, I'm at least 4 or 5 times faster as if I wouldn't use the mouse. So in the beginning, I really go just with the keyboard, left hand on JKL, right hand on the cursor keys, and then I go through it. I hope you liked this video, it helped you. If yes, please give it a thumb up. And also, if you're interested in more videos from me, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the new ones.